Sorry if I'm a little hungover, like I might have gone at it a bit hard last night. So if you just keep your voice down and stuff. Well, it's all done then, innit? Tidy. Very tidy. The Elven Imperium, the Fascist Elven Imperium, is no more. Can you believe it? You're free. I bet you're chuffed to see us. Well, my name is Commissar Eldrick. Do you know what Commissar means? I bloody don't. I represent the militia, if you will, and I've been tasked with going through all the cases of the prisoners who were prisoner here under the Elven Fascists, the Imperium, all that lot. So I found your case, and it looks like you were under two of those bozos, huh? What was that like, huh? That must have been scary. They're nuts, crazy. One was, I don't know, Bygel, very traditional Elven name, But anyway, you don't have to worry about any of that. So he's dead. Yeah. We hanged him because, we were doing a bunch of show trials. See, show trials is what we do to make a meal of it, so everyone can enjoy it. All the people show up and stuff, and everyone knows they're bad. Tell you what, though, so this Imperial tobacco, this lovely stuff. Do you mind if I? It's all right. Don't tell the boss. They get very grumpy if we don't turn everything in to the commander. They're as bad as the bloody fascists, I'll tell you. So we're here now. You are no longer a prisoner of the Elven Fascist Imperium. All that stuff is gone. You're not free, mind, but you're no longer their prisoner. Do you understand? So I'm here today to enjoy some of this Imperial tobacco taken from the Elven human colonies, which we will be relinquishing control of post haste under the new Socialist Republican government. We're even getting a bit of that democracy the humans are so fond of. What do you think about that? Things are changing, It's been a long time coming. Those fascists, everyone was getting a bit sick of them. Marching around in their armour and their black uniforms, while we wear green and brown, earthy colours, like elves should, But anyway, so Bygel, whatever, he was hanged. And we got that other fellow, I can't remember his name, the copper. Anyway, he's put in prison. We're gonna interrogate him, then we're gonna kill him as well. Now, I don't know how much they told you. And fascists like doing this because they're cowards, see? They were playing mind games with you. Bygel and the other copper, they were in cahoots. There was never any big transfer, or whatever it was they told you. Nothing like that. No. They was working together to trick you into giving up information you didn't even have. Nah. Dickheads, eh? So when that cockwomble gave you his piece and said, "Oh, go up and help me," or whatever, nothing true about that. It was always a trick. They was trying to dupe you, playing you off against bad elf and even shitter elf, you know? So yeah, they was trying to make a fool of you, trying to get information that you didn't even have, like, you know? Who does that? Well, don't worry. One's dead and the other one will be soon. And you are under my care now. And I'm a Commissar. That's pretty important in the militia. Now we've got a government. It's an emergency government, temporary, of course. And because it's temporary, it's have to have adopted some of the fascist techniques used. So there's a dictator of the proletariat at the moment. But that'll change with elections. Don't worry. That'll change. In the meantime, each Commissar, who is a representative of the government, the transitory de facto government, has been given a red book, see. Now in this red book is all the rules and regulations that we have to follow. All of these rules and regulations, they apply to you. There's a whole section on the transfer of prisoners. You're my first one, so we'll be learning about this together, yeah? It'll be fun. I wouldn't worry, like, it's just a formality. This transitory government is, like I say, temporary. I'm sure that it'll get back to normal and we'll have a proper democracy. We'll forget about those fascists, eh? They always thought they thought they was so pretty walking around in their uniforms. Well, boyo, I got news for you, eh? Not so pretty hanged upside down from your toes in the middle of the bloody town, eh? Yeah. Anyway, I natter a lot. You'll see that when we get to know each other a bit better. But as far as you are concerned, you are no longer a prisoner of the Elven Imperium, because the Elven Imperium, it doesn't even exist anymore. After we've killed all of them, we'll get rid of the death penalty, so no one will have to die anymore, because it's a bit awkward, you know. And then we'll move on to spread the word of this democratic, socialist elf republic all around the world, whether they like it or not. Sound good? Perfect. So then, my lovely, let's take a look at what the protocol is for transferring you over to our judicious care. Let me find the right section. A lot of good stuff in this book. You'll have a read of it, I'm sure. You'll get your own copy. Stuff about like equality, work, a lot about work, more than you'd think about work, to be honest. Succession, always a good one. The redistribution of wealth. So we're going to take all that fascist bullion and give it to everyone else. How does that sound? It's bloody nuts, isn't it? I've been stealing loads of stuff. do what you want, really. All this other stuff as well. You get free housing now too, but you have to work very hard. Oh, let's do this as well. Yeah, this is good. Space. They want us to go up and have a look around in the stars. See? Can you imagine? There's secret police as well. I'm hoping I'll be on that. I play my cards right. Let's just say the previous Commissar had a bit of an accident by the river. The accident was the bastard wouldn't drown, so I had to shoot him. Anyway, let's see. Oh, I'm joking. There you go. Extradition. Where are you from then, like? Okay, what doesn't apply? You are a denizen of the state. Therefore, you fall under the jurisdiction of not just the General Secretary of the party, but also the Minister of Nationalities as well. He's an alright fellow. Got a moustache, can't judge him, I suppose. Here we are. Indigenous prisoners, that's what we call you. So, let's see here, shall we? Indigenous prisoners who was taken by the Elven Fascist Imperium now fall under the jurisdiction of the Minister of Nationality. I just said that. Keep up, book. Alright, let's see. Ooh. Be advised that initially prisoners of the former Fascist Imperium are considered enemies of the state. Oh, unless it is shown through proof and validation that they did not divulge any state secrets. Oh, that was close, wasn't it? I was going to blast you. That would have been embarrassing. Can you imagine? My boss comes in, oh, what happened here? Well, I got to the first sentence of the red book, see, and I shot him, and then I read on, and then, ooh. I don't know if I'd have been in trouble or they'd just swept it under the rug. The iron rug. Anyway, so that's alright. Did you do any of that then? Divulge secrets, so? No? That's good. Due care must be given to prisoners, former or otherwise, of the Fascist Imperium. It was discovered that towards the end of their regime, they placed sleeper agents as prisoners to carry on their nefarious regime. This does not apply to humans. You're human, aren't you? See? That's alright then. Bloody hell, I nearly did it again. Can you believe that? I'm a prize bloody idiot. Alright, maybe I'll just, rather than picking up the gun every time I think something's wrong, I'll read the whole thing first, see? That way we avoid any uncomfortable stuff between you and I. Alright then. Prisoners proven to be of high value to the state are to be taken into custody and treated as an asset. Surely, if they are human, they are to be treated thusly. If the human is of moral standing with their own society, they are to be returned to their society with no harm unto their head. If the human is of suspicious dispositions, then they are to be treated with care and kept within custody of the militia, and thus as representatives of the established government. Do you know what that means? I don't know what that means. Discretion is advised to all Commissar agents operating on behalf of the Minister of Nationalities. See? It doesn't say see, that's just what I say. If you deem the prisoner to be a threat, immediate termination is advised. If you deem the prisoner to be an asset, immediate supervision is advised. Well, I suppose we'll toss a coin then, is it? I'm joking. Don't worry. Hold up. I want another one of those. Do you want one? Ah, you don't. Go on then. Dish the dirt. Who would you prefer? The Inquisitor or the Copper? The Copper? Yeah, they were just trying to pretend to be your friend. I'll tell you straight up, if you want to be my lover, if you want to be my friend, you got to prove yourself to me. I'm not going to try to be your friend like they did. I'm not going to lie about stuff. I like real friends, see? Real relationships, not this politicking stuff. It's boring. Sometimes I wish we hadn't won the revolution, because there's nothing to do now. It's all organisation and going through paperwork and stuff. It's boring. I was part of the Green Army for a long time, fighting the fascists, freeing people. Some of the shit that we saw those fascists doing was absolutely disgusting. Now, I'll tell you my personal opinion. Good and bad, see? Subjective. One man's good is another man's bad. But if your beliefs have a body count or kill people, that ain't good, is it? You've got to change those beliefs. Now, a lot of people are worried about us, see, that we're going to be just as bad as the fascists. I worry about it too. We're going to push for full industrialisation, mobilise the working class, all this kind of stuff. But we're not ready, in my opinion. I don't think we're ready at all. And if you rush these things, you get into trouble, you know. You get dictators popping up, bad people making bad decisions and doing worse things to others. I'm just a cog, see, a rumination in an idea that has been brought to life. There's little to nothing I can do apart from make the right decision today about you. If I do that, I've achieved something. I've made a difference, say. If I muck that up, then I'll just be part of the growing problem as we'll see moving forward. Because you're not moving forward if you're moving backwards, are you? Anyway, here we go. There's a whole bloody section on it. Human prisoners of the Fascist Imperial regime. Those held under Maduk. That's where he was, wasn't it? A copper from Stag or Deer, or whatever it is. And that interrogator, whatever. Inquisitor, that's it. Those under... listen to me mumbling my words, I'm nervous. Those held under Maduk regime or Maduk authority are considered high-value prisoners. Yeah, that's good, eh? That's you. They are not to be released, lucky, but are to be transferred to secure location in order for debriefing. If secure location is not close to a base of operation, the Commissar can use diligence and discretion to decide the fate of the prisoner. You want the good news or the bad news? The good news is we are not anywhere near a base of operations. Aye. We were a vanguard unit, see? We were sent ahead to check the areas and stuff like that to make sure everything's okay. And we found this secret location. And we was like, well, we better go in, do a job, you know. Bad news is that means that it's up to me to decide what to do with you. Yeah. That's not a bad thing, though, yeah. I'll look after you. I feel like you've had a bit of bad luck. You know, the whole bloody thing. Me being the one coming to rescue you. What must that feel like? I'm an idiot. Everyone had hopes and ideals, you know. Even those fascist idiots. Bygel, the copper, Buch, or whatever. They didn't think they was doing wrong, did they? Maybe they knew deep down they were, but they thought they were doing their job. They was just following orders, huh? Just like me. I don't want to be a bad memory. I don't want to be a stain on history, cognizant of being a cog in a broken machine. This book has a lot of answers to no questions that were asked. Any government is an answer to an unknown question. How do we make this work? Keep this book. I don't want to be your worst memory. And so here's what we're going to do. See, I'm going to have you escorted out of here, this horrible place you've been stuck for so long. And I'm going to have my boys take you home. Your home, not ours. Now you can tell us anywhere in the world that you want to call home, if you catch my drift. And I'll be sure that you get there. If you have a family, or anyone who loves you, or you love, maybe you want to call that place home. Or maybe you want to call home somewhere as far as possible from here. And I wouldn't blame you. Things might get better, things might get worse, but you want to be around to see which happens first. That's my gift to you. A gift that maybe the fascists would never have given you, really. The freedom to choose. And the freedom to travel. We all had fun, see, getting rid of those cowardly fascists. Those pallid, limp-wristed pricks. Now they're dead. But they'll always be around. So if you see one, a fascist, even if it turns out to be me, punch him in the fucking face, eh? There's some gold under a brick outside. Tell my boys I sent you. The Commissar commands. You have access to those funds, and they'll grant you safe passage to wherever you call home. Take the red book as a reminder of what you've been through, of questions being asked that you had no answer to, and answers that had no question. Then maybe one day we'll see each other again. I doubt it very much, and I hope not. But if we do, and I'm wearing black, throw a brick in my face.